WWE is marketing its Super ShowDown as an event as good as, if not better than, WrestleMania. Yet there's been plenty of controversy surrounding WWE's lucrative decade-long partnership with the Saudi government. As for the matches themselves, there's plenty to talk about. For analysis, we bring in Chuck Carroll, who is a pro wrestling contributor for CBS Local Sports. Chuck, we want to start with that controversy. The last Saudi show did not have any women wrestlers, a move meant to conform with the country's social constraints for women. Is that something that could change?
There is a strong possibility that it might on this show, and if it doesn't happen Friday, then certainly it's something to keep an eye on in a future. What we do know as of Thursday afternoon is that there have been two female talents that have been flown to Saudi Arabia that may or may not appear on the show, those being Alexa Bliss and Natalya. Now, WWE did have Renee Young, the female announcer for the Raw brand. She was at the last Saudi show as well and is expected to handle some announce duties on Friday as well. But whether Alexa and Natalya actually get into the ring this go around remains to be seen. But what we do know is they did make the flight over there with the rest of the talent.
Interesting. Thanks, Chuck. Now the matches, beginning with a battle between two icons. What are your expectations for the Undertaker and Goldberg match?
You know, this is one that I really wish that we saw about 15 years ago when the guys were in their prime. But the nostalgia guy in me is really still kind of amped up for this. I mean, it's Goldberg and it's the Undertaker. Come on, right? But given the fact that both guys are north of 50, I think that this is going to be a pretty quick one. But I also think that with Goldberg being largely retired and the Undertaker at least wrestling a few matches a year now, you're going to see the Undertaker get the win here because it just makes sense for Goldberg, if this is indeed his final match, to go out doing the honors. That's just the customary thing, and that's what I expect.
What should fans watch for in the Triple H and Randy Orton match?
A lot of physicality. These guys are probably going to go a little bit longer to make up for the short Undertaker-Goldberg match. These guys actually have a lot of chemistry that dates back more than a decade since Randy really came into WWE. They've been paired together in the faction Evolution. They were together. So I really expect that this one is going to be fun to watch. Is it going to be match of the night? Probably not, but it's going to exceed a lot of people's expectations. I expect that Randy Orton is going to get the win here.
I give you credit for taking the picks, so you're taking a stand. So I'm going to ask you another one. The match between Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon. Who do you got?
Roman Reigns, not so much. I would say Roman because it makes more sense, but Shane McMahon was dubbed the best in the world the last time that they were in Saudi Arabia, and I expect that that's going to continue here. Look for Drew McIntyre to actually get involved in this one and cost Roman Reigns the match. Drew and Roman then will face off at the next WWE pay-per-view in a couple of weeks, which is called Stomping Ground. So this is kind of the perfect place for Roman to get kind of screwed out of a victory here. So Shane's going to come out on top here.
Copy that. Any other matches on the card you're looking forward to?
You know, really the big one that everybody kind of has their eye on is the Seth Rollins Baron Corbin match for the Universal title. Now, there's absolutely no way that Baron Corbin is walking out of Saudi Arabia as the Universal Champion, but Brock Lesnar has promised, yet again, that he will be cashing in his Money in the Bank contract and going for the gold that he lost at WrestleMania. If that happens, I can't see Brock cashing in and not walking away with the title. So although Seth may be victorious over Baron Corbin, I really think that it's going to be Brock that comes back home with the Universal title.
Thanks, Chuck, for that analysis. That's why we've got you. The WWE Super ShowDown will be tomorrow, June 7th. Matt Yurus, CBS Local Sports.